Alright, today the Taurian Defense Force will consist of a Warhammer 6R, a Rifleman 3N, a Phoenix Hawk 2, and a Wasp 1D for 103 points. The Pirate Lance will consist of a Griffin 1N, a Wolverine 6R, a Wolfhound 1, and a Vindicator 1R for 112 points. Alright, here it is, the table for today's Alpha Strike battle report. So, in this battle report, we're going to have a Pirate Lance who is going to be raiding a Taurian settlement over here. And we have the Taurian Defense Force coming on that side, and then the Pirate Lance coming on that side. So what we're going to do is we're going to roll for initiative. We're going to roll to see who gets to go first, and then we will go from there. So the Comstar dice, right there, the clear ones, will be the Taurian Defense Force, and the black dice are the Pirate Lance. So we got a 7 for the Taurian Defense Force, and then a 6 for the Pirate Lance. So that means that the Pirate Lance will start movement, and the Taurian Defense Force will be attacking first. So, all right, here we are after movement. So I started off with the Griffin going to this rocky outcropping. The Vindicator followed suit. Wolfhound moved boldly up the field, although his line of sight is blocked by that rocky outcropping there. And then the Wolverine off to the side here. Had the Phoenix Hawk go to this tree line right there. The Rifleman to between this little base right here. The Warhammer moved up boldly without any cover right there. And then the Wasp came up to this building. Everything is pretty much out of range, so we're going to just go back to initiative for turn 2. Alright, initiative turn 2. Here we go. So it looks like it's an 8 for the Pirate Lance. That means the Taurians will move first, and then the Pirate Lance will get to attack first. So, alright, after turn 2 movement started with the Griffin advancing after the Wasp advanced to that rocky outcropping, followed by the Warhammer trying to counter the Griffin's advance, which was then countered by the Vindicator moving up there. We then had the Griffin move from this tree line to here to have a shot at the Wasp and the Warhammer right there. I countered with the Phoenix Hawk moving to here, which was then countered by the Wolfhound moving into short range, I believe, at this point. And then the Rifleman advanced in order to assist the Warhammer and the Wasp on this side. So the Phoenix Hawk is alone at this point. Alright, so we're going to go into combat. Alright, we're going to start off with the Wolfhound attacking the Phoenix Hawk here. So skill of 4 for the Wolfhound pilot, 0 attack modifier, 2 for the Phoenix Hawk for the TMM, and then 2 for distance, which was about 8 inches. That brings it up to an 8. So we need a 8 to hit. And that's a hit. So that was a hit from the Wolfhound. The Phoenix Hawk took 2 damage to the armor. And we're going to go into the next attack. Alright, next attack is the Griffin to the Wasp. So pilot skill of 4, attacker mod of 0, TMM of 2 for the Wasp, and then a distance or range modifier of 2 because it's like a 14-inch distance, so we need an 8. And that's a miss. Alright, next attack will be the Vindicator into the Warhammer back over there. So skill of 4, TMM of 0, TMM of 1, bringing it up to 5, and a distance of 23 inches, so that's 2, so I need a 7. And we get a hit. Alright, so the Warhammer took 2 damage to the armor. We're going to go to the last attack for the Pirates. This will be the Wolverine, and I believe I'm going to try to hit that Wasp. Alright, so the Wolverine's going to fire at the Wasp way over there. We have a skill of 4. We have an attack modifier of 0, a TMM of 1 on the Wasp, which brings it up to 5, but it is long distance at 36, so we need a 9. And that's a miss. We're going to go ahead and go to the attacks for the Taurian Defense Force. All right, we're going to start off with the Phoenix Hawk into the Wolfhound. We have a pilot skill of 4. We have 0 attack modifier, a TMM of 2, which brings it to 6, and then a distance of 8 inches, which brings it up to 8. So we need an 8 to hit, and that's a miss. All right, next up is the Warhammer, and it's going to attack the Griffin right there. Pilot skill of 4. Attack modifier of 0, TMM of 2 for the Griffin, and then 2 for the distance. We need an 8 up, and that's a miss. Next, we're going to go Wasp into the Wolverine. We have a pilot skill of 4, attack modifier 0, TMM of 2, and then a distance for 2. So we need an 8. And that's also a miss. Alright, lastly, we have the Rifleman going into the Wolverine. So we have a pilot skill of 4, TMM of 2, attack modifier 0, but range of 4. So that's a 10 up. And that's also a miss. Alright, that is the bottom of turn 2. So after 2 turns, the pirates have been able to damage the Taurian Defense Force a little bit, and the Taurian Defense Force has totally whiffed on all attacks. We're going to go ahead and go to the top of turn 3 with initiative. Alright, top of turn 3, initiative. And it looks like it's the pirate lance that will get to attack first. The Taurians will do movement first, and we will be back after the movement phase. Alright, here we are after turn 3 movement. So the first thing that happened here was that the Rifleman moved up and away from combat over there to engage the mechs on this side. The Wolverine then advanced to get into closer range with the Rifleman, followed by the Phoenix Hawk jumping from here to over there to the rear arc of the Wolverine. I was going to think about moving the Wolfhound to engage the Phoenix Hawk, but I advanced the Wolfhound to there to engage the Rifleman. On the other side of the field, the Wolverine advanced to try to engage that Warhammer there, and the Wasp moved back to behind the building for some cover, followed by the Vindicator then moving forward to engage the Warhammer there, but the Warhammer reversed to get a further distance away from both of those, and now that the Vindicator can't see the Warhammer through the building, only the Wolverine can engage the Warhammers. Alright, so the Wolverine is going to fire at the Rifleman there. Pilot of 4, attack modifier of 0, TMM of 1, bringing it to 5, and a distance of 10 inches, which brings it to medium. So that is a 7. And that's a miss. Alright, so the Wolfhound has a skill of 4, attack modifier is 0, TMM of 1, so that brings that up to 5 with no range modifier, so we just need a 5 up. And we get it. So the Rifleman took 2 damage to armor. Alright, we're going to go Wolverine into the Warhammer right there. We have a pilot of 4, TMM of 1, bringing it up to 5. Distance, medium distance, so that's 2 range modifier, and that is a 7 up. And that's a miss. And at this point, I don't believe that the Vindicator can see either the Wasp or the Warhammer, so it's not going to be able to attack. We're going to go ahead and go to the Taurian Defense Force and their response. Alright, first attack will be the Rifleman into the Wolfhound. We need a 6 up. And that's a hit. Next up, we are going Phoenix Hawk into the Wolverine. Alright, so we have a skill of 4. We have an attack modifier of 2 because of the jumping, so that brings it to 6. We have a TMM of 2, which brings it up to 8, but no range modifier. So we need an 8 up, and we miss. Alright, we're doing the Warhammer into the Griffin. We need an 8 up. That's a miss. Lastly, we're going to go Wasp into the Griffin. They'll be shooting through the trees. Alright, we have a pilot skill of 4. We have an attack modifier of 0, but a TMM of 2, bringing it up to 6. range is +2, so that brings it up to 8, and then through tree cover here is +1, so we need a 9 up. This is 9 for the wasp. And that's a miss. And that's it for the attack phase. For turn 3, we're going to come back at the top of turn 4. Alright, top of turn 4 initiative. It is both snake eyes for everybody. We're going to roll again. And that is 11 for Comstar. That means Pirate Lance will get to move first, and then the Taurian Defense Force can attack first. So Alright, after movement turn 4, Wolverine advanced to there. The Rifleman countered by moving back to here. The Wolfhound moved further up here to try to engage the Warhammer that was there. The Warhammer moved to behind this building, so it's no longer able to be seen. The Phoenix Hawk then moved there to try to engage the Wolverine. The Griffin moved up and will be engaging the Warhammer right there. And the Vindicator also moved up, trying to engage the Warhammer when it was here, but it is no longer... Actually, it is visible, so it will still be engaging the Warhammer. And yeah, that's it. So Taurians will attack first. Alright, so the Wasp is going to attack the Wolfhound. Pilot skill 4, 0 attack modifier, 2 TMM, 0 range modifier because it's in short range, so we need a 6 up. And we miss. Next, we're going to have the Rifleman engage the Wolfhound. We have pilot skill 4, TMM of 2, 0 attack modifier, and a 2 range, so we need an 8 up. And we miss. Alright, the Phoenix Hawk is going to attack the Wolverine. We need an 8 up. And we get it. And the Wolverine took 2 damage to armor. Final attack will be the Warhammer into the Griffin. We need an 8 up. And we get it. And the Warhammer caused 3 damage to the Griffin's armor. Now we're going to the Pirates attack phase. So the Wolverine is going to attack the Rifleman. We need a 7 up. And we miss. The Wolfhound is now going to attack the Wasp. We need a 6 up. And that's a miss. Next we're going to have the Griffin attack the Warhammer. And that's a 7 up. And that's a hit. And the Warhammer got 2 damage to its armor, leaving it with 1 armor pip left. Alright, last attack. Vindicator into the Warhammer. We need a 7 up. And that's a hit. Alright, so the Warhammer lost all armor and then 1 damage to structure, but because of blowing past the armor, we need to roll for a crit. So that's a crit to the 4. Alright, that was a hit to the fire control system on the Warhammer, which now adds a +2 attack modifier every time the Warhammer wants to shoot. So that's it for turn 4. We're going to move on to initiative turn 5. Alright, top of turn 5, rolling for initiative. So it looks like it's 6s on both. We're going to roll again. And it looks like it's going to be the Pirates that get to attack, and Taurian Defense Force gets to move first. Right, after movement turn 5, everyone is now on this side of the board. I'm not going to bother showcasing who moved where because everything is going to be a bloody brawl moving forward. In fact, everybody seems to be circling the Warhammer here. There's blood in the water as it's heavily damaged. So, yeah, there's it looks like there's 2 right there against the Warhammer. The Wolverine is stalking the Rifleman, and we have the Vindicator slowly moving up here. The only one that has an advantageous position for the Taurian Defense Force is the Phoenix Hawk, which is right there. So we're going to go into attack phase. We're going to start with the Wolverine into the Rifleman. So we're going to need a 5 up. And we get it. Alright, the Rifleman has taken all damage to armor, so we have to roll for a crit. And it's a 6. So that 6 means a weapon hit, so that means that the weapons on the Rifleman are now -1. So we got a 1 for short, a 1 for medium, and a 0 for long. Next up, we're going to go Wolfhound into Warhammer. That's going to be a 5-up, and that's a hit. And the Warhammer has taken 2 to structure. It's heavily damaged. Next, we're going to go Griffin into Warhammer. That's also going to be a 5-up. And we get it. Alright, the Warhammer is down to its last pip of structure. It's about to go down. Now we're going to have the Vindicator shoot into the Rifleman. The Vindicator needs a 7-up. And that's a miss. First good luck of the round for the Taurian Defense Force. Now the Taurians get to fight back. Alright, we're going to do Rifleman into the Wolverine. We do need a 6-up. And we get it. The Wolverine took 1 damage to armor on that attack. Next, we're going to go Phoenix Hawk into the Wolverine. We need an 8-up. And that's a miss. Lastly, we're going to go Phoenix Hawk into the Wolverine. We need an 8-up. And we miss. Finally, last attack, we're going to go Wolverine into the Wolfhound. We need an 8-up. And we get it. So the Wolfhound took 2 damage to armor, blowing it out. So we're going to roll for a crit. And that's an 8. And according to the table, that is a weapon hit, so the Wolverine now causes 1 damage at short and medium and 0 at long. And that's it for turn 5. We're going to go to the top of turn 6. Alright, rolling for initiative. And it looks like it is going to be the Taurian Defense Force that get to attack first. And we'll start movement with the Pirate Lance. Right after movement, there's a bit of shuffling going on. We had a couple of mechs just move 1 inch. Backwards or forward, namely the Wolfhound and the Wolverine. The Warhammer moved out of the way so that it can engage either the Wolverine or the Wolfhound at further distance. We have the Rifleman move back to over here behind cover. The Wolverine moved forward. And the Vindicator has finally joined close in fighting here. The Wasp moved over just 1 inch, and then the Phoenix Hawk is now flanking all of these mechs right here. So we're gonna go to the Taurian attack. All right, so the Phoenix Hawk will be attacking the Wolfhound. We need an 8-up, and we get it. All right, the Wolfhound is heavily damaged, taking 2 to the structure, down to 1 structure pip left. We're gonna go Wasp into the Wolverine. We need an 8-up. And we get it. The Wasp caused 1 pip of damage to the Wolverine's armor. We're now going to go Rifleman into Wolfhound. We're going to need a 7. Even though they're in short range, we have the rocky outcropping in the way. So we need a 7-up. And we get it. Alright, after 6 turns, we finally have first blood. The Rifleman has taken out the Wolfhound, but the Wolfhound will get an opportunity to attack back before it is blown away. Alright, last attack of the Taurian's turn. We have the Warhammer against the Griffin. We need a 10-up. And that's a miss. Alright, first attack of the Pirate Lance. We're going to go Griffin into the Warhammer. We need an 8-up. And that's a hit, resulting in a wrecked Warhammer. First blood on the pirate side against the Taurian Defense Force. Next up, we're going to go Wolverine into the Wasp. We need a 9-up. And that's a hit. We passed all of the Wasp's armor, so now we need to roll for a crit. And it's going to be a 6, which results in a weapon hit. That now means that the Wasp causes 1 damage at short range, 0 at medium, and 0 at long. Alright, last attack. We're going to go Vindicator into the Wasp. So we need a 9-up. And that's a miss. The Wasp lives to fight another day. That is it for turn 6. We're going to go to the top of turn 7. Alright, top of turn 7, rolling for initiative. And it looks like it is going to be the Taurian Defense Force that gets to attack first, so the pirates will move first. Alright, after moving phase, turn 7, just a bit of shuffling around. We have the Rifleman move back here. The Wolverine moved up closer. We have the Wasp run from over here to engage the Griffin. The Griffin actually moved up because it wants to engage the Rifleman. And then it was followed by the Phoenix Hawk to its rear. and then the Vindicator moved up to try to engage the Riflemen as well. So that's what it looks like, but the Taurians get to attack first. All right, we're going to start with the Phoenix Hawk. Phoenix Hawk needs a 6-up and gets it. All right, the Griffin took 2 damage to armor, blowing right through, so we'll need to roll a crit. And it is to the 4. It's a fire control hit, so that means a +2 to its attack modifier. Next, we're going to go Wasp into the Griffin. We need a 6-up, and we get it. Griffin's taken 1 damage to the structure. Last attack for Taurians will be the Rifleman into the Wolverine. So we need a 7-up, and we miss. First attack is the Griffin into the Rifleman. So we need a 7-up, and that's a miss. Next we're going to have the Wolverine into the Rifleman. We need a 5-up, and we get it. The Rifleman takes 2 damage to structure. Alright, lastly, the Vindicator into the Rifleman. We're going to count it as 6-up because of intervening terrain. The rocky outcropping right there. So we need a 6-up, and we get it. The Rifleman takes 2 damage to structure and is heavily damaged with only 1 pip of structure left. That is it for combat in turn 7. I think we're going to go one more turn just to see who will come out on top. So we'll be back for turn 8. Alright, top of turn 8, initiative. It is going to be the Taurian Defense Force attacking first. Okay, that's it for turn 8 movement. We've had a bit of shuffling. We actually had the Griffin jump back to try to avoid getting shot at by the Phoenix Hawk, which then responded with a jump back behind it. We had the Wolverine move up here to engage the Rifleman, which then moved that way, but still within range for engagement. We have the Vindicator move up here to engage the Rifleman, and then the Wasp move back there to engage the Vindicator. So we're going to go to the attacks for the Taurians. We're going to start with the Phoenix Hawk into the Griffin. So we need a 7-up, and that's a miss, which is pretty bad considering that the Griffin was on its last pip of armor. So next up, we're going to go Rifleman into the Wolverine. We need a 9-up because of intervening terrain with the rocky outcropping, and we miss. And lastly, we're going to have the Wasp try to shoot at the Wolverine this time, and we need an 8-up, and that's a miss. So the Vindicator is going to go into the Wasp this time. We need a 6-up, and we get it. And that resulted in the destruction of the Wasp. We're now going to go to Wolverine against the Rifleman. We need a 7-up on that, and that's a miss, so the Rifleman survives. And finally, Griffin can't really shoot anything. That's basically it for the game. Right, and that's it for the game. The Pirates have categorically won over the Taurian Defense Force, driving off the remaining 2 Lance members. It was a very tough battle for the Taurians. I think the lance that I assembled for the Pirates were quite sturdy compared to the fragileness of the battle lance that the Taurians had fielded. However, the superstar of the Taurian lance was the Phoenix Hawk. It actually acquitted itself well, jumped around the field. I think the next time I will need to ensure that my Warhammer riflemen stay out of the fray, especially when we're going up against tougher mechs like the ones that were in the Pirate Lance. So anyway, if you like this video, go ahead and click like. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, I appreciate it if you would. Click the bell notification icon to get notified of all new Battletech battle reports coming out of the channel. Click the link in the description below to join our Discord server. That is the best way I can personally interact with you and chit-chat you about Battletech and any other game that we cover on the channel. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Stay tuned for more Battletech battle reports coming out of Wargaming Noob.